Okay, guys, Prince Sports here. Now, you know, when it comes to the media and being biased for certain players, you know, one LeBron James has the biggest media protection behind him. It's pretty much like he has the Avengers or the Justice League protecting him. Check out some of these quotes that some of his biggest fanboys say.
Defense will take a hit. The offense will get better. LeBron's hand will be on the joystick the whole game. Instead of playing 36 to 38 minutes, he'll play 42 to 44 minutes. And you will see him show once again, even at age 36, year 18, why he is the single most impactful player on any team in any system the league has ever seen.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Game 5, pressure. And who embraces pressure? LeBron James. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to deliver in great fashion tonight. He's going to rise to the occasion. I get it. Chris Paul, Andre Ayton, and Devin Booker. But guess who's still the best player in this series? LeBron James.
Correction, best player on the floor was Devin Booker. Mr. Kendrick Perkins.
That's 36 years of age should not be above the square unless he's on a ladder. Unless he's adjusting the rim. This is not supposed to be, Skip.
Really?
This is not normal.
He can still jump. I'll give you that.
This is the paranormal.
He can't shoot.
Puff Daddy a run for his money. Best hype man ever.
But he can jump. I'll give you that. But he can jump. I'll give you that.
We're dealing with things that we haven't seen before, Skip. I don't know. I might have to have a committee come together and study this.
And this is basketball, not aliens and paranormal activity. Come on, Shannon Sharp.
And it is not because Chris Paul got hurt. It is because the Lakers are the Lakers.
This is what he wanted. This is what he gets. And so now the fans are going to be there. I'm expecting to see a little bit more. Now, I ain't going to get, we start to see, Skip, those spurts, those plays, those splash plays that we see, that we could see for a whole game. Before the ankle injury, we're starting to see them things happen with greater regularity. They're coming with greater regularity. So, it's over.
You're not going to have to destroy any of us because the Lakers are going to win tonight.
Yeah, I think the Justice League need to hire some more members. So that's just a small example of the Justice League for the media being biased towards LeBron James. They treat this man like he walks on water.
Hey, nigga, help me.
But here's what I'm getting at. LeBron James himself is the problem sometimes, okay? It's the excuses and the constant going on social media making claims to things that he just can't back up sometimes. These shoulders were built for a reason. The storm is coming. Remember that? When he was injured, then he was coming back saying the storm is coming because he felt like, hey, I'm in good shape. It's time to play basketball. No excuses. So, and then, he goes on and still on to the media right now, making all these, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that type of stuff, okay? He's always making claims that he's going to dominate and own people, but yet has remained to be seen. So, after playing, lackluster in this year's playoffs, he gave up on his team, walking out on his team last few minutes of the game, pretty much throwing a white flag in. And he's known for doing this. He did this several times during his years playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. There have been several suspect moments.
Meaning the second that happened, the floodgates just opened.
That's quitting live in the game. Quitting in the game itself. The playoffs. And you're quitting. Actions speak louder than words. And sadly on LeBron James' career, there's been a lot of suspect moments. And being the fact that we're here to see it all from beginning to end, we could always critique and break down every single moment of his career. Then you got this third problem with LeBron James is his fans and diehard media. These people that refuse to accept facts, even when it's pointed in front of their face, okay? The Lakers upgraded their roster during the off-season. They were title favorites all year long. Come playoff time, they were favorites to beat the Phoenix Suns. You all said LeBron was going to dominate, drop 50, 40, all this other stuff. He was going to show everybody who's king. That all blowed up in your face.
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Because age kicked in, and either age kicked in or it's the second one. He just can't do it on that certain type of level consistently as you may think he could. It's one of the two. And the third one is after the Suns lost, you guys came up with these injury excuses. Okay? But these injury excuses were nowhere to be found when LeBron was playing against the Phoenix Suns. All of a sudden, now that he loses, oh, he's hurt, he's this and that. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Did you say the same thing for the Miami Heat when they were down players? When Pat Riley said, hey, we won 2 games. If we had our full squad, we probably would have beat the Lakers. Now, I don't believe him, but at the same time, I didn't see you give no sympathy for Jimmy Butler when he was down players. I didn't see you give no sympathy to Chris Paul when the Phoenix Suns, when he got hurt on the Phoenix Suns. You guys was pouting up and down, be like, yeah, So it's okay for other teams to have hurt players and have guys missing the lineup. But if the Lakers supposedly have a hurt player, it's a reason and it's an excuse for you to back it up for a loss. Nah, it don't go that way. Even with the whole coronavirus thing, LeBron James broke coronavirus protocols. The league didn't suspend him, didn't do anything. Remember that? He got away with it scot-free. I don't see you saying the same thing about Chris Paul and all these other guys that didn't get away with it. LeBron broke the same rules as Chris Paul did, perhaps. And Chris Paul is being punished for it, but not LeBron James. All right? The evidence and proof is right in front of your face. You just have to have your eyes open and be realized to accept it. And take this a fact. LeBron James has had some of his career lowest. You can make a case all around. This year's performance was worse than 2011 as terms of impact in the series because he had very few impact in the series like he had in any other playoff performance from LeBron James. Now check out these stats for all you stat lovers. Points per game amongst his lowest. Rebounds amongst his lowest. Free throws amongst his lowest. Blocks per game amongst his lowest. PER amongst his lowest. That means he had the least effect on his basketball games in this year's playoffs. It is what it is. Remember LeBron James saying, I would never be back to 100%? Why would you even make a quote like that? It's
oh, shut up, nigga.
Easy because you want to control the narrative, same way you do with the media. You got people that work for you in the media. Clutch Sports deals with the media. So you control the narrative by saying that, so you have an excuse to make yourself look good, and your fans have an excuse for you if you don't perform or if you underperform. In this case, they pull out that excuse card the minute you lose. How come whenever LeBron loses, there's always an excuse behind it? This reminds me of Manny Pacquiao in some of his boxing fights. Whenever he lost, there was an excuse behind it. When he got knocked out by Marquez, people planted an excuse for Manny Pacquiao, some of his biggest lovers. You guys have to stop with the nonsense and just come with the real. You play bad, you're going to get criticized for it. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, this is nothing. No, yes it is. Because the Lakers were title favorites. The Lakers were a team that's supposed to be in the NBA Finals. There weren't some legit 8 seed. So this is going to get held on your resume because you underperformed as a superstar. It'd be a different story if your team didn't show up, but you showed up, LeBron James. You did not. You even didn't play like an alpha on the team. You disappeared. So this is going to get held on your resume as another performance that you quit in, similar to the past performances you did in the past when you looked suspect and you quit. Look at this play. LeBron James is pouting on the other end of the floor. Jay Crowder gets a free 3-point shot. Ether right there. Quitting in the game. These are examples of quitting in the game. Look at this. LeBron James walking off with 5 minutes to go. All right, he already gave up on his team. Bad example of a leader, right? Walking, already giving up in the game. Sports out. Peace.